extra few things to think about when you file your taxes this year.
Yeah, the Internal Revenue Service has said it will start accepting tax returns February 12th. That's later than the usual start date, which will be right around now, late January. Joining us live on Skype with some other things to consider is Adam Goehring with Baker Tilly. Adam, thanks for being with us.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you for having me.
Can we start with the stimulus checks? Because many of our viewers will have received 2 stimulus checks. Are they taxable? What happens with that money?
Yeah, good question, Jason. The receipt of the funds from the government, for the stimulus checks is not a taxable event for, both Minnesota residents and residents of other states. So again, not taxable, but, people should be aware that if they did not receive a stimulus check and they were due one, there is a mechanism in February when the forms open up for people to, indirectly receive their stimulus check through their, tax filing.
Gotcha. So stimulus checks not taxable. What about unemployment benefits?
Yeah, unemployment benefits are taxable, Heather. Both for the IRS and for Minnesota purposes, unemployment, benefits are taxable for income tax. They're not subject to the, Social Security, Medicare taxes, but they are subject to income tax. And I would caution people, if they did not elect to have withholding taken out of their unemployment benefits, have an eye towards April 15th and maybe some tax payments that you do need to make.
That might come as a shock to a bunch of people.
Definitely. Hopefully there's not too many shocks out there.
Right. And in general, those people are going to have incomes that are lower anyway, right? So the burden there shouldn't be massive, right?
Correct, Jason, but still nobody likes a surprise.
Nobody likes this. No. That's right. Say you've been working in Arizona since October, because we know some people with illegal residence of Minnesota maybe left the state during the pandemic to go somewhere else. How does that work? Do you pay Arizona taxes, Minnesota taxes? What do you do there?
Yeah, very complex question that probably can't be answered in the short time we have here today. So I would urge everybody to work with their CPA, their tax preparer, in assessing their situation.
That's a tough one, yeah.
Different states have different thresholds for the number of days that would require wages or income to be sourced to each state, and those rules are changing. Every day, legislations or state legislations are meeting and creating new rules, new laws around that. So definitely a area that is a continual moving target that people need to work with their tax advisors on. But wages, if you are working elsewhere, should or could be needed to be sourced to those states. Therefore, taxes would need to be paid to other states. I will say, lastly, that Minnesotans get a credit for those taxes paid to other states. So, it's not increasing likely their overall tax burden. It is just redirecting funds to different states.
Got it. Here's one, Adam, I'm sure you're going to get a whole bunch this year. People's home offices, which could be another room in their house. It could be their dining room table. Can you deduct that this year? Because what a weird year.
Definitely a weird year, Heather. And, for those people who are employees, and are receiving a W-2, unfortunately, there is no mechanism to take a deduction for home office expenses. That was suspended back in 2017 with tax reform. On the other hand, if you are an independent contractor, a self-employed individual, if you do have a dedicated space, there is the opportunity for you to, claim either a simplified deduction for your home office, which is about $5 per square foot, capped at $1,500, or you can go through a far deeper, more complex analysis and carve out some of the depreciation on your home, carve out some of your real estate taxes, mortgage interest. Wow. But you do need to work with a CPA tax preparer because there are implications when you sell your home of taking that approach.
Going to be complicated this year. Adam Goehring with Baker Tilly, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you both.